The year is 2275 and we are 250 years into the future on FM26. How's the lay of the land? Which teams have risen? And which team is currently dominating Europe? Let's go and find out together. Apologies for my croaky voice and, well, shabby demeanour. I feel horrendous today. I was meant to be doing a nice long stream. It's the Tuesday morning. FM comes out today. Drops later today, I think. Not sure the exact time. Sure they've announced it. But I can't face streaming. Feel awful. I'm not sure this is conjunctivitis in my eye now. The ointment I've got's not working. Now I'm full of cold. Achy. But enough about me. Let's get on with it. Crystal Palace had won last time we were here. They have won once again. Bristol City are in second, Chesterfield up in fourth, Oldham in fifth, the Oldham days. It's only taken 250 years. United and City are there. We've still got no Liverpool. Oh my God, we're at 36 games because of leap years. We're only on the 8th of May. So, we've not even finished this season. Arsenal look like they're on the cusp of being relegated. They're all but mathematically relegated. Spurs are in 14th. We've got Chelsea, United, City, Spurs, Arsenal. There is no Liverpool still. Liverpool are finishing 8th. There they are. Of course, Liverpool have been relegated last time at the 100-year point. And look at this. In terms of league rankings, the Greek League is up in 5th. French League's down in 8th. Very interesting. Okay, so past winners then. We've got Bristol City last season. Oldham the season before. Crystal Palace with 4. Oldham with 5. Crystal Palace, Charlton, West Ham, Charlton, Chelsea, United, Bristol City. Leeds have won one there. Blackburn Rovers back with a bang. Palace, Spurs, Crystal Palace doing pretty well. West Ham have had a very good time of it. Southampton, of course, we were last here, weren't we, in the 21-25? That's where we got up to. So the last 150 years. Started off with West Ham, then Spurs. They went to the Bristol City era, and Charlton, and we had Palace and Oldham. So who's been the most successful team? So it's still Spurs on 47, most times won. The fewest points in the season is still that 4-point season from Wolves, and the most points in the season was Crystal Palace in the 21-72-73 season with 104. They also got 34 league wins that season. Brighton in 22-45-46 got 0 wins, but they still got more points than Wolves, so they must have drawn a few games. That's hilarious. So in the last 150 years, we've not really had much from Southampton or Cardiff, who were the honourable mentions at the 100-year mark. So changing of the guard once again, and it's the changing of the guard to other teams that you would not primarily expect. I mean, the fact that Chesterfield and Oldham are up in the Champions League places is fantastic over here. And Oldham have won plenty of Premier League trophies. I mean, you've got 2 Champions Leagues, 6 Premier Leagues. Fair play to them. We look over the Bundesliga and we've got Bayern Munich, who are once again back on top. And Dusseldorf have been there, Frankfurt, Elversberg. Bayern Munich have always been in the conversation, though. Never too far away. I mean, yeah, since we were last here, Bayern have probably won more than half. The Germany is much of a muchness. Serie A, most recent winners were Inter Milan. We've had Juventus doing very well. Palermo won a couple. Inter and Juve. Or Lecce, Fiorentina for a spell. AC Milan, Inter Milan. We've had eras, haven't we? We're last here, we were in a Juventus and AC Milan era. Then that changed to an Inter Milan and AC Milan era. Almost like they almost swapped over. AC Milan had a decade, and then Inter Milan had a decade. And then we've gone, Lecce started interfering with AC Milan. Then Fiorentina came in for best part of just north of a decade. Then it was back to Juventus for probably about 15, 16 years, losing a couple of them. Then Inter Milan, although Juve did win 5 there, Inter Milan have had 2 good stints there, about, 8, and another, 8? And Juve with another 8. So it's been very, very consistent in Italy. Like, teams will start to dominate, and they will dominate for a bit, well, I guess a generation, really. It looks like a team's got a load of wonder kids in, and they've sort of managed to keep hold of them, and they've gone on to sort of dominate. Spain, Real Madrid. Girona had come through last time. Girona had won a few last time. And they continued. And they continued to win a few. Levante, Girona and Levante dominating Atletico Madrid. Barca and Real Madrid disappeared for a good number of years. Real Madrid are on the way back now. Girona's still doing better. And Real Madrid have won it the most recent season. Real Madrid second a lot to Girona. But 116 times Real Madrid have won it. Girona have got the most points in the season with 108. And I'd be interested to know how many they've won. 95 Spanish leagues. So, to be fair, given the fact that they hadn't really won anything before this simulation, they're hot on the tails of Real Madrid, and we've got another 250 years to go to get to 500 years. They could become a Spanish powerhouse. They've got 33 Champions Leagues as well. PSG are back dominating. Oh, they are. Dijon have had a bit of a period. Marseille, Nice interspersed in there. PSG have always been in the conversation, though. They were gone for a while. We were in the Marseille era, weren't we? And then Lyon have come through with a few, and Marseille as well. Lost a few, but they did have about 45, 50 year period where they were the dominant force. But then PSG have come roaring back from the 60s. And yes, okay, from the mid-70s to, well, actually, about 30 years, PSG weren't winning the league. They did win one there, actually. They've now come back, and yes, whilst Dijon did win 6 or 7 in a row there, PSG have gone on to win, 30 or so? And they've already secured the league this season. They're already the champions. So, there you go. That's the leagues. Obviously, in terms of Ballon d'Ors and stuff, there's no point checking in on Ballon d'Ors, really, because we don't know who any of these players are, do we? There's the league. Should we check over the women's side of things? The WSL. So, Scandinavia's taken over their top 2. WSL's down in 4th. Birmingham City still top of the table. Bristol City have actually won the last 3. Birmingham City have had a lot. It's been very Midlands heavy with Aston Villa and Birmingham. Arsenal also in and amongst it. Birmingham City were the lion's share, the dominant team, and I reckon they probably have won the most. Yeah, they have 92. Chelsea are bottom in this current season. They were dominant early doors, weren't they? So 250 years is all it takes. Germany's down there. Where's everyone else? Nuremberg and Hamburger SV are the teams who are winning in Germany. And it's been basically them. Eintracht Frankfurt have popped in with a couple. That's it. Mainz as well with 1. Oh, with 3 there as well. But it's been Hamburger and Nuremberg. I'd also say Hamburg. Nuremberg have won 84. Wow, I thought, from looking at this, it looked very, very Hamburger heavy. Fair enough. Well, it's Hamburger who've taken it in Germany. There's Italy in 38th. Spain are down in 51st. There's France. Oh, Division 2 in France. So where's the first division in France? I must have missed it. The leagues are too low in reputation to have really done anything, though, to be honest. We're going to check Champions Leagues. We'll go back to the 2100s. Some of the usual suspects here: Juve's, Barca's, AC, Inter. We've got Girona, Strasbourg, Benfica, Spurs, Levante, Sparta Prague, Lecce with a couple, Benfica again, Zaragoza, Marseille, Dijon, Bristol City getting a couple, beating Sparta Prague in the final. European powerhouse Sparta Prague, it seems. Elversberg, Bayern Munich, United, Real Madrid, Salzburg. Girona won quite a few there. Chelsea up in 22, 24, 25. Oh no, sorry, it's the women that were bottom of the league. I was going to say they're now bottom of the league. They're not. But Arsenal got him relegated. Slavia, Fenerbahce, Luneri, FC Noah from Armenia. An Armenian team has won the Champions League, beating Bayern Munich in the final. Oldham beat PSG and Inter Milan. Of course, we'd seen they've got 2 Champions Leagues earlier, didn't we? Wasn't looking out for it. I'd already forgotten. I just noticed that the final most recently was played in the Strawberry Arena in Solna in Sweden. Luis Diaz Park, Bayern Munich, playing at home. We're looking at stadiums. I'm not sure if we can just look at a list of stadium names, which is unfortunate. So we Champions League, it's been passed around quite a bit. I don't think anyone's been overly dominant in the Champions League. How are we doing internationally? The last year in Spain were on a bit of a tear. There's England, Portugal, Spain, Italy, Germany, Belgium, Switzerland appear in 2176, Denmark. The usual suspects really just winning it. Not really anything too outlandish. We've had Norway and Switzerland in the last 2, beating Slovakia in the final. Slovakia multiple times runners up. So in terms of the World Cup, previous winners of the World Cup then, we're back in the 2120s and we've got Netherlands winning it. I hate how the host nations there. Portugal, France, again, much of a muchness. Switzerland again coming through. Ivory Coast beating Spain in a final there. Switzerland, South Africa. Spain have won quite a few. France, Switzerland. Switzerland done pretty well, for themselves. Romania in 2258. Tunisia, the current World Cup winners and holders. Slovenia runners up to England in the previous tournament, and there we go. That is the world landscape at 250 years. We will be doing 500 years. It is taking a long time to simulate. Let's have a look how long it took to get to this point. 3 days, 19 hours and 44 minutes. So yeah, it took quite a while. Turning your underwear inside out saves on washing. Classic. There we go. There we go. Hope you enjoyed. That's the end of this video. Check out the 500 year one coming soon. Check out me on stream over on Twitch. Subscribe to this channel. Like the video. Leave your ideas for experiments in the comments down below. Look out for loads of experiments coming to the channel very soon when the editor's available. I'll be working away behind the scenes, so uploads might be a little bit sporadic in the first 2 to 3 weeks while I get myself really set up and get myself rocking and rolling, but because I'll be juggling that along with streaming as well, if you know, recording, editing and all that jazz, as well as being a dad. So it's going to be one of those where a couple of weeks of slightly more infrequent uploads, and then we should be getting back to the 3 a week in the near future. So do let me know any ideas or any questions you might have about the engine and stuff that we can maybe do an experiment on to sort of test. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Take good care of yourselves, gang, and I'll see you soon.